Welcome back, Blackfire. Hello, YouTube. Happy Friday. I hope everyone had a very productive and very profitable week. Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel here on YouTube. I am your host, Crypto Bro, also known as Brian. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys are having a excellent Friday or early Saturday morning, depending on how you view it, whatever. But again, we are back once again with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we have a lot of interesting things going on in the market that I want to bring to everyone's attention. A lot of the calls that we were talking about yesterday have played out in the ways that we were predicting here. Predicting is the wrong word. Analyzing, expecting, whatever. We were making inferences on different types of movements for specific assets, and a couple of those movements have been made very apparently accurate. So we're gonna go ahead, hop right into this. I want to try to keep this short and sweet and to the point here. I do have a few analysis requests to accomplish today, so we're gonna go ahead, hop right into this bad boy. Take a beautiful look here at NASDAQ. And what was I telling you guys, right? What was I telling you guys? There is a possibility that we will be looking at a potential higher low structure here in this formation, and we did get that indeed. Yes, we did see a little bit of a divvy dip below the 21 exponential here, actually confirming a little bit of a short signal, but again, the 21 exponential here, the moving average strategy here doesn't always have to be 100%, right? It's never going to be 100% accurate and to the T. And the way the structure was lining up, I did say that it was a good possibility that we see a full recovery. With candle closures back above the 21 exponential to potentially see a higher low in formation. And guess what? Boom. Look at that here. This was actually kind of our first tell with a recovery back above this resistance level to basically confirm it as support, remaining support. Again, for it to have been confirmed resistance here, we would have needed to see actual candle closures to confirm it below this horizontal here, and we did not get that. We actually got a shot down below the 21 exponential, and boom, a recovery right back above this to confirm it as support still, and then reaction again back up above the 21 exponential here. I do like this price action movement. So what does this mean for price action? We have a higher low, so just like Bitcoin, I'm going to be looking for new highs here, and the target that I'm going to be looking for right now is the all-time high to be taken out here at about 15,178 spot 50. If that condition is met, I will reaccumulate my status of seeing price action potentially move to its extension target of the 1.272 Fibonacci extension zone here, somewhere around 15,005, give or take a few dollars. Again, I do like this low call here, and this low call was also called on bullish divergence, and I would consider this a test of the neutral read here, the neutral zone. Close enough is close enough for me to consider that a test, and structurally we still are maintaining in that bullish structure, and if we want to be more technical, this is still a higher low, right? We did see change of behaviors with these inconsequential lows, but if we're looking at it from a structural standpoint, here's your major low here. This could potentially play out as a major low as well. Give me about 12 seconds. I forgot my fucking water. Woo! I am back. I have returned. Hope you guys notice, if you're watching the stream today, the project is complete. It took about a week. It was a pain in the ass. We kept running into problem after problem, holdback after holdback, but we got the project done. The whole ceiling is covered. Well, this half of the ceiling, I wanted to make sure that the viewers could see the ceiling in all of its glory. Looks like clouds, looks like lightning, looks like awesomeness. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty dope. This was the main goal here. We still have a couple more things to add to the room. I do have a Blackfire Technical Analysis logo that I'm going to be putting right beside the door here, and then we're going to clear all of the writing off the walls and creating some cool TA-related terminology in the background, and the way that the light reacts off of and you can kind of see that blue really highlighting here when the blue turns on. Some of these markers for the chalkboard wall are reactive to light in a neon fashion, so we're going to make some cool patterns. We're going to get this room really spruced up. I still have some cleaning to do, but it is what it is. I wanted this project to be ready for at least a stream once this week, and that condition has been met. We're going to go ahead and move on here. Move on to NASDAQ. Again, so I was saying RSI still, in a bullish uptrend here. We could, in theory, go ahead and plot these 2 points out right here. 2 points, 2 touches is enough for me to consider a trend. And again, we did have an uptrend here, and we got a lot of bearish divergence playing out within this region here. But then, boom, right? We got that reaction off the 50 read here, and I would consider this, a touch point for a new potential trend line here in formation for the RSI, and it lines up very, very well with price action here. We can go ahead and lay out a diagonal trend line and say that is very, very valid here. Excuse me. We could most definitely consider this a triangle, an ascending triangle here. I don't care how it plays out. I'm just looking for specific levels to break. And the fact that we got this higher low in this formation here, I am going to be looking for new all-time highs unless proven otherwise. And proof otherwise would be swift and decisive rejection back below the 21 exponential. And a lower high within this formation. We do have the precipice of a downtrend here, inconsequential, right? It's not nothing extreme. It's not not nothing too crazy within this consolidation range. But we did see this all-time high print here, and then boom, a low followed by a lower high and a lower low. So you could argue that this is technically a downtrend. However, is it really, or is it just consolidation continuing to play out here? Stochastics, very, very, very powerful here, reacting off the bottom side of the bullish control zone. Actually, no. We saw a break below the bullish control zone, but it is acting off of this support level here at the 57.88 read, where Stochastics last low had originally printed. But I would be on alert here if we do see new all-time highs for potential bearish divergence. I'm not sure how that would play out to the downside, especially if we meet the 1.272, but that would line up perfectly with the theory that seeing potential pullbacks at the 1.272 is very, very likely. Again, anytime we see new all-time highs reach those points of interest here, I'm always looking for pullbacks, again, because they're just known points of interest as far as an algorithmic perspective is concerned. And I would expect bots and algorithms to really start taking over at the 1.272, see a little bit of sell-off pressure, taking profits, you know the deal, before potentially carrying onwards and upwards. But for now, we are back within the range, and my disposition will remain the same until the range is broken. My opinion is new all-time highs, but I do not trade my opinion. I trade technical analysis, and as far as the analysis is concerned, what it's telling me is that we have reclaimed the overall daily range here. If not remained within it. Again, from a wick basis, you could argue that this asset has remained in the range the entire time, and that would be a valid argument. But as far as I'm concerned, I am a candle body kind of guy. I go off candle body closures. So the range is a little tighter if you're considering candle bodies here. So as far as NASDAQ is concerned, looking very juicy, looking very healthy. Again, I wouldn't be surprised to see new all-time highs come into next week with this one here. Let's go ahead and check out SPY futures. Same fucking thing. Holy shit. All right, so we got the same thing, low call with bullish divergence off of that diagonal trend line, almost perfectly met up with that 50 read on the RSI here. Close enough is close enough. The uptrend is still valid in my opinion. Again, we haven't seen a break of that diagonal trend line in a long time, so that trend still remains positive in my opinion. Stochastic's not reacting nearly as effectively as NASDAQ here, but you could argue that we could still see a little bit of a curl up in price or in stochastic momentum here, and I would be convinced of price action continuation after getting this low call all the way up to the all-time high here. And again, same thing as NASDAQ. I'm still looking for potentially new all-time highs. This one wasn't really in a range up at its prior or its current all-time high. So I can't say that we have re-entered a range unless we see a range generate, right? I can't really say that it's ranging. All I can say is that probability of continuation is most definitely there. I think RSI got this one really, really well here. And again, that look at it's like a straight shot. It's like a straight shot from a diagonal perspective, right? Straight shot. Maybe that's not the point that I want to consider here. Yeah, straight shot. Right? I'm going to use wicks too on this formation. I mean, you could still argue that maybe we're in a rising channel here, and let's see how that would work out. Maybe a wedge. Parallel channel right there. using the top side of the channel as resistance and the bottom side as support here, very, 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 very valid in my opinion. You could argue that that is the formation at the current moment in time, and this formation holding support at the bottom side suggests new all-time highs. And again, if we do take out the prior or the current all-time high here, I will be looking for extension of the 1.272 Fibonacci target somewhere around 45.28.75, give or take, a few bucks, few cents, you name it, whatever. But again, long-term wise, the structure is still valid on RSI. Structure is still valid on stochastics here. Yeah, very, very powerful stuff here. The only concern, in my opinion, is the stochastics here, still kind of waning to the downside, showing a little bit of bearish momentum. But we just saw stochastics barely breach the bottom side of the bullish control zone. So I would be looking for a little bit of extension here, potentially forcing stochastics to cross back up, which would give me more confidence that this is going to remain bullish long term here, especially from a daily perspective. But nothing too crazy. All the analysis that we were talking about yesterday and the day before has played out, precisely as desired here, and continuation on this one is the most likely result in my opinion. Again, that's not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but that's just my own opinion here. Dow Jones, a little weaker in my opinion, but yes, this is technically a close back above the 21 exponential here. I am going to be looking at this resistance with heavy eyes here, as I'm going to be looking for this potentially break, right? If we do break this region, I will be looking for extension to test current all-time high at 35,630, give or take a few bucks here, ebbing and flowing. I would actually look at that as an immediate, straight shot type of deal here, maybe a couple of days worth of price action before we see that target met, and of course, coinciding with that, any kind of break back above the all-time high here, I'll look for a back test to confirm as support before looking for the 1.272 right around 36,200, give or take a few bucks here and there. That would be my projection for price action. Again, unless we see some kind of rejection of the 21 exponential here, I am going to be more or less remaining bullish on this price action with this higher low printing. Again, this low is a little bit inconsequential. When in doubt, pull out, right? When in doubt, pull out. And I'm looking at major lows here. This low is very significant. This low is very significant, and this low could potentially be very significant. All the other lows here, like this one, are inconsequential to the formation, in my opinion. Yes, we did get a technical change of behavior from a wick basis, seeing a gap open to the downside, but we saw recovery back above this prior low. We did not see a new low print on price action. We actually saw a higher low print on price action. Maybe not from a candle body open perspective, but from the closure, yeah, we closed above this low here, and I would remain more or less the same as far as my bullish perspective on this price action. RSI basically hitting that 50 read right on the T here, bouncing back up with that bullish divergence arrow. Not the strongest momentum, in my opinion, but nonetheless, it is a cross back up. It is a positive reaction off that 50 read, and I take that very, very, very heavily here, looking for price action continuation as the most likely probability here. Again, unless we see a rejection of the 21, I'm not going to be looking for south targets here. We technically closed back above it, so I am going to be looking for a secondary candle closure to close back above it once again, and that will be enough for me to be confident on potentially seeing new all-time highs for Dow Jones. I wonder what Dixie is doing today. Let's go ahead and take a look. A little bit of a sell-off here. Again, see what I'm saying, you guys? You see what I'm saying here? Sell-off as a result of achieving new highs. Always keep it in the back of your mind, everybody. Anytime we see new highs on price action, I'm always looking for potential sell-offs as a result. Take profits, things like that, right? That's not to say that it's always going to happen. It doesn't always have to happen, but when you plan for everything and expect nothing, you'll find yourself being not surprised at price action when you're doing the analysis here. And I am not surprised at all. I am not shocked that we're seeing a little bit of a pullback after a test of this top side of resistance right around what number? 93.80. So we tested 93.80, which boom, pretty awesome, right? What's more important here, very, very, very important here, is the fact that we got a secondary candle closure above this major level here, this prior high at 93.27. The fact that we closed the secondary candle closure above that region here, I am going to be looking for extension all the way back up to 93.80 and likely even further all the way up to 94 bucks even. Stochastics here curling back up, bouncing off the bottom. No, not even the bottom. The middle of the bullish control zone, crossing back into the bullish critical zone. That is definitely indicative here of heavy bullish action. Right? We saw the break of the 80 read here from a stochastics perspective, and then boom. Right, and then boom, this is the kind of action we want to see if we are to remain confident in the bullish sentiment within a market here, right? And we got that read here. I am very confident of seeing this price action achieve new highs. Not even concerned with RSI. We did print another new high here, taking out this prior high here. Seeing a little bit of a pullback, not out of the question at all for price action after achieving a new high. And seeing new highs print on RSI in conjunction with new highs printing on price action, getting rid of bearish divergence possibilities, it's exciting. All things line up to continuation here. Again, unless we see some kind of flash crash and a new low print, especially below the 21 exponential and below the 92 spot 50 read, I am not going to flip my sentiment from bullish to bearish. I am absolutely 100% on the long-term bull train for the US dollar index as of today. As of today, the fact that we closed above that major level to confirm it as new tentative support, that's all I need to be convinced. That's all I need to be confident, extremely confident on bullish continuation long-term to the upside. I do believe we are seeing macro reversal beginning to play out. It's going to be exciting to see how this price action plays out in the near future and in the distant future. Now, what I need everyone to be aware of, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be, but traditionally, when we see long-term reversal on the US dollar index to the upside, that traditionally means a potential bear market for other assets is likely to play out, right? So we need to pay attention to the US dollar index, and we need to pay attention to how other assets are reacting as a result of Dixie continuing onwards and upwards to the upside in a very, very bullish fashion, right? Long-term reversal, in my opinion, has been confirmed. Let's look at the weekly, actually. Yeah, look at the weekly here. New highs being printed on the weekly, and the weekly is closed. The weekly is closed, so we are closing new highs on the weekly, above even the wick high of this formation here. Very, very, very confident that this is long-term reversal to the upside. Price action above the weekly 21. Consistently, right? Consistently, not this fake out type of bullshit, but we're actually seeing back test, confirming it as solidified support on the weekly time frame, and I will be looking for major extension to the upside. The most important level that I'm going to be looking for even more excitement is this region here at 94.77 on the weekly here. Taking that level out is going to be an absolutely exciting period of time for this asset, as that will, basically, destroy this entire formation. For now, the only high that we've taken out is this region here. So yes, while I am confident of this being potentially a long-term reversal to the upside, we still need to be aware of the resistances to come, and how to play the price action off of those resistances upon price action meeting them. RSI here, again, bouncing off the 50 read, boom, 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 putting in new highs. I like this action here on weekly RSI, weekly stochastics, boom, printing new highs here in the bullish critical zone. All signs line up to bullish continuation as a result of this price action. So that's Dixie. That's how I'm looking at that. Let's check out the Hall of Fame here. Yep. I am going to be officially looking for downside continuation on the Hall of Fame all the way to $2.41 first. But overall, bottom side of the box here at $1.97 is going to be the major overall target for this to potentially look for here. RSI looking dangerous, creeping a little lower here towards the top edge of the bearish control zone, remaining below the negatively sloped exponential, testing the negatively sloped exponential and confirming it as resistance one time already. Stochastics diving deeper into the bearish critical zone. All signs point to bearish control, which means downside continuation of this asset is the highest probability, in my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but with the way the market is set up right now, that is the most likely turn of events for this asset. And alongside of that, we remain heavily below the yellow 21 exponential, and the 21 exponential being my main catalyst for this strategy here until we see price action open and close above the 21. I am not looking for upside targets. I am absolutely not looking for upside targets. Do I think bounces are possible? Yes. I would expect a little bit of a bounce off the $2.41 region, maybe all the way back up to test this once again as resistance at 257, but likely this doesn't hold up very well. Again, we don't have that much price action history confirming this is a very heavy, very critical level. And in my opinion, we've already destroyed the pivot point for this market. So, downside continuation, longer term, medium to long term to a $1.97, in my opinion, is the most likely outcome for this asset. Is that exciting for me? Fuck yeah, because I'm trying to scoop up as many of these shares as I possibly can, because while it is a penny stock right now, it's not the greatest stock on planet Earth. It isn't the picture of health and fitness. I believe in the football Hall of Fame. I believe in the NFL, and I believe in the project that they're building in Canton, Ohio. I do think it will be one hell of a project, and I cannot wait to see the revenue just being raked in. Absolutely raked in by millionaires, billionaires alike, touring to Canton, Ohio to see the new resort, the Football Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony, the Football Hall of Fame game. I would imagine there will be more events surrounding that new project here in the near future once the project is complete. So while I am indifferent on price action, I'm still pretty excited to buy as many of these as possible at the cheapest price possible, because long term, I'm talking 5, 10, possibly 15 years down the line, in my opinion, I do believe this stock could be a hell of a trading stock in the future. And if I'm holding shares of a stock that could potentially be $50 a share, $100 a share, and I'm holding 2,000 or 3,000 shares at $1.80, which is my original entry point. Talk about profits, right? Talking about that could potentially be it as far as my working career. I wouldn't stop doing the day trading. I wouldn't stop doing YouTube or anything like that. But it could potentially retire me. Could potentially pull me out of my day job and allow me to be home full time doing what I love, right? So I'm very excited about the Hall of Fame. It doesn't look exciting right now. Obviously, I understand that. Be patient. That's one of the biggest things for traders and investors alike. Is a lot of people don't have that much patience anymore nowadays. I am extremely patient. I am so patient that I'm willing to wait 15 years with my money in this asset to see how it plays out when that project is complete and when they cut that red tape and open up the Hall of Fame resort here. Again, a water park, hotels, restaurants, the whole 9 yards, all wrapped around in Canton, Ohio. They're trying to make Canton, Ohio a tourist destination, and the fact that the Hall of Fame is connected to these 3 letters, NFL. Come on, right? Come on. Who doubts the NFL? Not me. I don't fucking doubt the NFL. Fucking people. Everyone loves football. There's so many people that love football, including me. I'm a colossal Browns fan. You've probably seen my Browns jerseys in the background here. I'm a huge football fan. When football season kicks off, I'm always watching football, and I'm always watching this stock here. So, I'm not even being careful. I'm just blindly buying shares every time this thing completely comes down. And while I haven't picked up that many shares in about 2 weeks, I'm going to be patient with this one and see if the downside resolution on this price action comes down to a $1.97. And if it does do that, I'm going to be buying. I'm definitely going to be buying. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I would never tell you what to do with your trades and or investments. That is not my job. That is your job to do your own research prior to making decisions in the market. But from my perspective, buying more at a very low price, can't be more excited about that. Let's check out MMAT, see how that one's doing here. Same thing, a little bit of consolidation continuation here with a little bit of downside continuation, printing new lows, I do believe. Yeah, printing new lows here on price action. So downside continuation to the $2.70 target is still my main disposition until proven otherwise. Now, if we see price action take this target out here and confirm this level as new tentative resistance, I do believe the bottom side of this box will be the first target here at about $1.88, but probably lower, right? Probably lower. Why? We don't have that much price action history on this level, right? We do have price action history on. Well, actually, if you zoom out, we have plenty of price action history. I would look at this as a pivot point, right? I would look at this as a pivot point for the market here. If we see closures below this, I think this stock will hit the floor. To be most honest with you, but for now, it's a little hindsight. Hindsight's 2020. I don't want to do any hindsight trading. I want to focus on what's in front of me, what's being presented to me right now. What is being presented to me right now? Stochastics breaking back into the bearish critical zone here, printing breaking new lows, not good. RSI remaining below the negatively sloped exponential here, testing it and then rejecting it to confirm it as resistance, not good. Price action printing a new low, not good. I will be looking for reversal continuation, downside continuation to the $2.70 target here on MMAT. Again, unless proven otherwise. That proof otherwise for potential test of the 21 would be a break back above $3.18. And, again, all price action aside, until I see an open and closure above the 21 exponential, I have no bullish hope at all whatsoever for this asset until that condition is met. So that's how I'm looking at MMAT here. Let's check out AMC. Again, a buddy of mine at work here today was asking me about the 21 exponential strategy, and he said, well, you lost on the trade, Brian. You lost on the trade. Why do you consider it a win? All right, I want to make it clear, okay? When you write down your trading rules, as a trader, you have to hold yourself accountable, and you have to stick with your rules. You cannot deviate from your rules. If you deviate from your rules, you're going to accumulate more losses long-term over time than you will wins, right? So while I did lose on this trade here, okay, I still marked it down as a win. Why? Because I stuck with my trading plan. I stuck with my trading rules. I took a perceived edge, right, without hesitation. That's the main point here. I did have evidence suggesting upside continuation, although it didn't play out that way. I had enough evidence to take the trade. Okay, I took the trade, took a 2% loss, big fucking deal, right? In my eyes, I followed the trading plan. Even though I took a little bit of a loss, I still stuck with the plan. And that is so important as a trader, to stick with your plan and take the edge when you see the edge. As soon as you see the edge confirm, you take it. You don't hesitate. You don't question yourself. You don't question the market. You don't question people around you. You make the decision. You take the perceived edge and you go from there, right? Ruben Paz. New subscriber. I think it's a new. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you for the comment. He said you think we're breaking 50K this weekend. Let me finish AMC, and then I will hop right onto Bitcoin. We haven't done Bitcoin yet, so yeah, we'll get right to that. Okay, let's just do AMC real quick. Okay. So we got a secondary candle closure below the 21. What does that tell me? Okay, potentially we have another perceived edge for downside continuation. However, momentum oscillators, especially stochastics here, telling us otherwise. Continuing the momentum to the upside here. And RSI curling back up, back above, barely, but back above that basically flatlined exponential. So what I'm looking at this as is consolidation. And my buddy asked me the question here, would you take this as a trade to the downside? No, I would not, because we are within the context of a daily range as it sits anyway. So until this range breaks either to the upside or to the downside, I don't have a trade to take, right? We got a false signal already above the 21 exponential. That does not mean we can't see another false signal below it, because we could easily see price action continue to consolidate. And until one of these major levels here, 37.42 breaks to the upside, or $31 to the downside breaks, it's consolidation. And I have no reason to take a trade until I am given the confidence, the evidence that it's the momentum is either one way or the other. So consolidation until proven otherwise. If we close above the 21, I will look for another test of the prior high at 37.50. If we break 37.50, then we have the context for an uptrend. This could print as a higher low if we see continuation to the upside, but if we continue down, I'm gonna remain confident on consolidation unless we see an open and closure below $30.95. At which point I will look for AMC to absolutely capitulate to the downside. The only target I have to the downside is $14.90 for this one. So that's where I'll leave AMC. I do have a request for Chainlink, which is awesome. I'll do Bitcoin first. Let's look at Bitcoin and what do we have? Okay. 21 exponential moving average strategy. Very, very, very powerful on this move right now. We actually saw a little bit of a back test the other day. Nice buy opportunity for the 21 strategy here, and then boom, confirmed a higher low. Barely a higher low, but a higher low nonetheless. And a higher low from an RSI perspective, bullish divergence played, right? Still seeing a little bit of rejection of the bullish control zone, but achieving new highs. Again, I'm always looking for a little bit of take profit, as soon as price action, for an asset, any asset hits new highs here. Not new all-time highs. It doesn't have to be new all-time highs. It's new highs that I'm looking for. And we did, in fact, achieve new highs on yesterday's candle closure here, right? My take profit target was actually 49,000 even, and we saw the price action, close a little bit of above there. So I was definitely very happy on this trade today. But look, a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a cool down. Maybe you'll see a little bit of a back test to confirm this region as new tentative resistance. If we see this candle closure remain above this breakout point here at 47,900, I will be confident that 50K will be a potential target. And I think that's where this level is right here, right around 50,000, right? 49,950. Close enough is close enough. I would just round it up and call that 50,000, right? I do believe a potential move to 50,000. Yes, even this weekend could be a big possibility, but we always need to be, on alert here that a potential pullback to the 21 would not be out of the question here. Would not be out of the question. Even a pullback below this new tentative support would not be out of the question. And as long as we are printing higher highs and higher lows, the uptrend is still valid, and the trend is your friend until the end of the trend, right? So to answer your question, yeah, I think it is a possibility. I think it is definitely a probability that we do see Bitcoin break above 50,000 even this weekend. If not this weekend, early into next week. Very, very, very exciting stuff. And I will definitely be taking profit along that region. My next take profit level for this price action here is 51,000 even. So likely if we break 50K, we see 51K as well. And things, in my opinion, will be extremely exciting here if we see price action break 51,000 and back test to confirm it as new tentative support here. Because at that time, this whole box becomes, possible, in my opinion, even a test to the all-time high. We'll look at the stochastics here. Very, very, very powerful movement here, with a little bit of a cross back up, barely below that 80 read, that 80 threshold here, but a cross up nonetheless. We could see some coiling action play out, maybe even see some consolidation play out between this region and this region here first before seeing a move resolve, or we could see, we could just see it launch, right? We could just easily see it launch here. But the fact still remains, we are still very bullish in this market right now, especially with the way stochastics is looking here, putting in new highs and then boom, putting in a higher low and, crossing back up. Very, very, very powerful stuff here. Ascending triangle formation on the RSI, remaining above the exponential. Testing that bullish control zone is the only concern that I have, because if we reject it again, I am confident that a little bit more of a pullback could be possible, but we're putting a lot of pressure on it. 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, 4, and 5 points. The more tests that we see on a resistance level, the weaker that resistance level inherently becomes. So, as far as price action is concerned, I am at a period of waiting, being patient, and as long as price action remains above the 21 exponential, I have no reason to think anything bearish, right? Given the 21 exponential moving average strategy, I'm not even out of my position until I see an open and closure below said exponential. So that's kind of how I'm looking at Bitcoin. I did get one for Chainlink. I haven't looked at Chainlink in quite some time, and I hope you mean Chainlink versus USD, because that's what I'm going to be looking at. Same thing here, same kind of shit. I would expect Chainlink here to follow Bitcoin's price action movements here. It's been so long since I've looked at, that's not even the right one. It's been so long that I've looked at this one. I don't even have any lines anymore. Thank you so much for the sub, dude. Ruben Paz just subbed to the channel. Welcome to the channel, man. I appreciate your support. Thanks for being here. Hit that little bell button if you want to get all the notifications on instructional videos that will be dropping soon. And I do a live stream every night. Don't miss out on those notifications. But we'll go ahead and take a look at free money. Hold up. Take a look at Chainlink here. Oh crap, I'm all sorts of fucked up, right? Let's put some levels here. Let's figure out what we got going on here. I want to be as accurate as possible with this price action. Boom, 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 boom. Well, I mean, it's simple, a simple disposition here. We're above the 21 exponential. I have no reason to be looking for any kind of short plays here. We did put, again, look at how similar it is. This isn't even a low. We printed a higher low. This is the last low that we printed here before the new low on the 7th of August. Boom. Higher low confirmed. Nice buy opportunity off the 21 exponential here, followed by new highs being printed. Again, a little bit of a sell-off on price action would not be out of the question, and we are actually seeing tests of support being confirmed. Any closure above this region here at 28 spot, we'll just call it 28 bucks. Any closure above 28 bucks, I will look for continuation to the next level. Let's find that next level. Boom. That's a big extension here. This would be, no, this would be the next level that I'd be looking for, followed by this level here. Boom. Again, I go off of candle body closures most of the time, unless there's a condition presented where I have to use wicks. But from a candle body closure, if we do confirm another closure above 28 bucks even, I will look for extension, not on a wick basis, but more on a candle body basis, back up to this region here at $30.60. Very, very nice stuff. And likely, if we confirm above, we likely see stochastics here curl back up off the bottom side of the bullish control zone and confirm that momentum to the upside. RSI already given us a little bit of an early warning hint here of that bullish momentum. Now, the thing to be aware of is if we see a little bit of a top here, right? If we do see a little bit of a top here, we will have a lower high on RSI, and I would be looking for bearish divergence to play out, and likely we see bearish divergence play out maybe to this region here at 25.93. Again, this isn't confirmed. This isn't on the table yet. It's just one of those possibilities. This doesn't have to confirm as a top. We could easily see price action close above 28 bucks and then launch to newer highs here towards 30 bucks. But if we do see a top, and I would be convinced of a top with any closure below yesterday's open at $27.06, any closure below there, bearish divergence likely plays out all the way down to the yellow 21 once again. But I got 2 viewers. Hello, other viewer. We going up. Can you do Ethereum? Yes, I can do Ethereum. Plenty of requests today. Holy crap. Yeah, absolutely, I'll do Ethereum. Thank you. Same disposition as Bitcoin, guys. I'm looking at this one very, very similar. If Bitcoin continues, further to the upside, likely Link, Chainlink does the same as well with a potential target at $30.60. And that's kind of where my first target would be here. And everything is lined up except stochastics here. That's the only thing that's telling that we could see a little bit more of downside price action first. But RSI, given a good tell with that bullish divergence read and new highs being printed, potentially going to see this confirm as new tentative support. Yeah, I would say I'd wait for this candle to close before I'm confident of continuation. But again, as far as the 21 exponential is concerned, as long as we remain above that, I'm looking up. I'm looking to the sky, you guys. Ethereum, let's take a look. This one not printing new highs. I would actually say this one is still consolidating right now. But again, very, very similar to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues onwards and upwards, this one likely does the same, right? But we have a clear range identified here on Ethereum. Price action remaining back above the 21 exponential. Actually, if you traded the 21 exponential, you are absolutely swimming in profits right now. Let's look at the percentage of that here. If you entered right on closure of the confirmation, 50%. Hell. See, this is why I love the 21 exponential moving average strategy here. Again, it doesn't always work, right? But you have to, imply other indicators to give yourself an early warning of when the 21 won't work. But in this case, it has worked very, very well for you. You are up 50% at the current moment in time if you bought exactly on confirmation of the 21 exponential moving average strategy. But as far as price action is concerned, very easy disposition in my opinion here. As long as we remain within this range here, 29.96.70 and that region being your support and 33.24.70 being your resistance. As long as price action remains within this range, it's consolidation. It's consolidation until proven otherwise. But this one looking much stronger than Bitcoin in my opinion. Actually, if we break this region here, where would be the next level that I'd look for? I would look for this region here to be a potential target, right around 35.88, spot 65. If we break the top side of the range here on a candle closing basis and confirm it as new tentative support, I will look for extension all the way up to this region at 35.95 for a potential target to the upside. But if we reject the current resistance here, playing out the range is definitely a high possibility here. Again, consolidation is consolidation is consolidation until the range is broken either to the upside or to the downside. I will remain with the disposition of consolidation. What is RSI telling us here? Declining momentum from the bullish control zone, printing a higher low. So there is confidence here. There is confidence here from an RSI perspective and from a structural perspective. Except, yeah, this is an inconsequential low, right? I would consider this an inconsequential low. I would still look at this as a higher low in conjunction with this low here. So the bullish momentum still remains the same. This is just a consolidation low. Nothing too concerning in my opinion as far as downside is concerned. Yeah, I would just say, wait for a break of the range, either to the upside or to the downside, to have more confidence of potential price action target. If we break the bottom side of the range, though, boy, this would be my first target right here, and that would be indicative of a potential short sell signal on the 21 exponential moving average strategy. This would be my first target to the downside if we do see the daily range break to the downside, somewhere around 28.53. Would be the target, and we do have stochastics giving you a little bit of a signal here. Anytime I see a cross from the bullish critical zone into the bullish control zone below that 80 read, there's always a little flag that goes up like, is this the signal? Is this the time to start selling short? But that's the only signal telling me, hey, a little bit of a warning shot. Everything else is looking pretty decent. It's consolidation until proven otherwise. Another request: do you think BABB is a good project? Golden Owens 13 says, "What's up? What's going on, brother? Thank you for being here. Back at it again, my good sir. Welcome. Thanks for being here." BABB. Let's take a look here. BABB. Bank Permeta TBK. I'm gonna guess you're thinking about, is this a crypto? BABB USD. I never even heard of this one, man. Project? No. Fuck no. This is absolute dog shit. If this is what you're looking at, the answer is no. The answer is a colossally sized fuck no. But if it's not what you're looking at, oh. This is it. Yeah, no. This is the penny stock. I don't believe penny stocks are good until they actually do their boom, boom, boom thing. Realistically, let's lay out some levels here, right? Big old consolidation. Not bullish, not bearish, very neutral. RSI, definitely very telling of that. Very, very long term, right? A lot of this RSI action is in the neutral zone here, which is very telling of a market that doesn't have any momentum in any direction, right? Very, 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 very few times have we seen ticks into the bearish control zone and the bullish control zone here. But on basically its entire history here so far, it's just been neutral, 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 neutral. As far as long term is concerned, nah, man, this is an unreliable stock in my opinion. Until, I mean, yes, currently it is in an uptrend. For sure, but look at it. I can't even play the 21 strategy on this, dude. This is so choppy. Dude, I can't even be confident with an analysis on this. What the fuck am I looking at? Holy shit. I would say, yeah, this is an uptrend. Look at all of these arrows, dude. Look at all these tops and bottoms calls. Yeah, I mean, if you, I don't even, yeah, not for trading, but for hold. Let's look at the weekly. Let's look at the long term. No, not even long term. Monthly. Monthly consolidate, dude. This thing is like consolidating eternally. I'd have to do more research on this one. I'm not too sure even what this is. Consumer services restaurants, BABB. I don't even have price projections, man. I mean, if I were following my trading rules, right? We got the signal short here, but then I look at this and I'm like, Signal, 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 signal. I don't know whether to long or to short or to long or to short. I'd just say, hold it. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you believe in this stock, power to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know shit about this asset other than it's a penny stock, and 9 times out of 10, penny stocks do not excel as far as becoming one of the bigger listed NASDAQ stocks or anything like that. But I can't even analyze this, dude. Other than it's consolidating and it's consolidating. I've never seen anything like this, man. To be quite honest with you, look at that. I gotta screenshot this. I'm actually gonna save this one. Actually, let's save it. Analysis requests. Let's go ahead and put it in the requests here. We'll add BABB. Because you got me interested here. Maybe this is a stock that that turns around at some point in the distant future. But we got clear levels of significance here. And as long as we are remaining within this big old consolidation thingy phase, or whatever, I don't know. BABB is waiting for bank approval. Ethereum looks ready to break out. Huge bull flag on the daily for Ethereum. Let's see if we do have a bull flag. I will be the judge of that, sir. I will be the judge. I am the judge of nothing. No, seriously, I'm the judge of nothing. This is the most comments I've ever gotten in one stream ever. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, like, my heart is so happy. Huge bull flag on the daily. Yeah, you know what? I would agree with that. And let's look at the potential breakout point for that, right? If we're following classical technical analysis here, let's look at the breakout point of this bull flag. I mean, that'd be pretty nice. Nearing the all-time highs here. I would put a couple of levels on Ethereum within that region. Boom and boom. It's definitely possible, but again, if Bitcoin decides to reverse and crash to absolutely nothing, I have no reason to believe that Ethereum won't follow suit. But again, I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin, which means for Chainlink and Ethereum here, yeah, the disposition is pretty much the same, except for the fact that we haven't seen new highs printed on Ethereum yet, but we have seen new highs printed on Bitcoin and Chainlink. So a little bit of concern, but again, if Bitcoin goes, Ethereum is highly likely to follow suit here. Telecoin, what the fuck is that? Telecoin. Give me the ticker for Telecoin, and I'll do analysis on it. I actually have a couple in the Facebook. BBIG short term. We'll go ahead and knock that out real quick. BBIG short term. So we'll do hourly and 4 hour. We'll start with the 4 hour first. We have a low confirmed with RSI breaching back above the top side of the bearish control zone, but another point right here, right? Another point here, not seeing higher highs in conjunction with this high. That is concerning. Let's look at the hourly here real quick. God, it's really hot in here. Hourly, yeah, a little bit of a fake out on the hourly. Nice spike back up, losing almost all the value of that run here. Basically rejecting the middle neutral zone here. Not looking good. Telecoin. Okay, Telcoin. Okay. I'll look at that one for sure. Hourly, I would look for a continuation to the downside. Probably to this mark here, $2.16. Again, on the hourly. Nothing too telling. Looking like stochastics here on the hourly starting to roll over. I would look for a little bit more of a pullback on the hourly for this one. 4 hour, probably the same here. If we see this region here taken out, $2.29, we likely see continuation to this target all the way down at $2.04. Not looking too spicy here. Again, still remaining below the 21 exponential. And from a daily perspective, vast rejection of that 21 exponential. And, you know, this is definitely indicative of downside continuation. Daily bearish control is extremely vast here. Stochastics deeper, putting in new lows in the bearish critical zone. Not the spiciest thing I've ever seen. I'm looking for more lows, man. I'm looking for this to continue to the downside again. But, you know, on this asset, you know, pretty decent reaction off the support, but this is the support that I'm looking at, $2.05. Any candle closure below that, man, this thing, in my opinion, is going to open the floodgates and just pour red dildos in your face all the way to $1.50 first, and likely a little lower. But you know, short-term time frames don't tell me upside momentum, right? My disposition is down. I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I could definitely be wrong. I'm wrong every single day, but the evidence is telling me, man, this is not looking healthy. This wants to continue downside. That short-term, medium-term, VET USD. That's a crypto. VET USD. I wonder if I have a chart. I don't. But VeChain, again, similar to Bitcoin here, again, printing another higher low, looking for a higher high, but we are meeting resistance here. Saw a little bit of a pullback upon meeting that resistance. I do believe on the shorter term time frames, yeah, but you know, is this a top? No. I'd look for continuation of new all-time, or not new all-time highs, new highs on this formation. You know, a little bit of a sell-off after printing new highs again. Not out of the question here. Printing a higher low formation here. This isn't even a top call. This is just a little bit of a sell-off at resistance. Still remaining above the 21 exponential on the 4-hour, and on the daily, same thing. We printed a higher low here, and again, if Bitcoin decides to break the ceiling into the $50,000 region, this one likely breaks as well and continues onwards and upwards. Next target for VeChain being this region here, in my opinion, somewhere around 16 cents. That's where I would be looking for VeChain. RSI looking like it wants to break back into the bullish control zone. Uptrend structure confirmed. Low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high. Uptrend, the trend is your friend until the end. Again, stochastics trading a little bit of counter trend, but again, this is not so important when the trend is telling you it's an uptrend. This cross of the critical read is not that much of a deal. I usually take this as a big deal if we see new lows print in price action here, right? We take out this low with the cross of the 80 read. That's your tell. All right, we got new lows on formation. This is likely a decent short signal here. Excuse me, but that's VeChain. I'm not looking for pullbacks. I'm just looking for VeChain to mirror Bitcoin. Essentially, it is consolidating a little bit, but I'm still looking for new highs to be printed out on VeChain here. Let's go ahead and look at Telecoin, and that will do it for the stream here. My fiance is waiting for me patiently in the other room. KuCoin. I have never looked at this one. So we're at 2 cents here. I mean, obviously, fucking bullish as shit, right? Hell of a buy if you bought 1 million of these at 6,900 satoshis. Consolidating around the 21 exponential. Not the pinnacle of health and fitness, to be quite honest with you. With the downtrend, is this a top? Yeah, I mean, double top. We technically printed a lower high, but we are still on a higher low structure. So that much is true. I would consider this consolidation, man. We are consolidating. Yeah, that's definitely a range. Neutral, yeah, momentum oscillators being in the neutral zone, climbing slowly up is definitely indicative of that. Consolidating around the neutral zone from a stochastics perspective here. Yeah, I mean the disposition's still the same. This one looks a little worse off, in my opinion, than the other couple of coins. But if Bitcoin decides to shoot on through, I would be looking for this one to shoot on through as well. With this being the target, 2.5 cents being the target. If we see candles close above this region here, we are printing on new highs. So again, the uptrend is valid, in my opinion. We are printing on new highs, seeing a little bit of resistance, a little bit of a sell-off as a result of that new high. If we get this candle to close above the 21 exponential, I will be more confident in continuation. Again, I do play with the 21 exponential for my main strategy here. Man, comments. Oh man. So many comments. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for your support. I absolutely love it. I love that you guys are here late at night. TA nerds joining in, hopping in on the channel, talking about that good old TA. This is exactly what I want. I want to see comments about the TA, having a good time, talking about breakouts, breakdowns, and strategies and things like that. Very, very exciting. So again, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you guys for being here. I couldn't appreciate this anymore. But Telecoin, yeah, as far as Telecoin is concerned, I would wait for this candle to close here. And if we do get that candle closure above the 21 exponential, I would say that we have a perceived edge, especially with stochastics crossing back up. And RSI remaining above the 50 read, are already giving you a little bit of an early signal, printing a new high on RSI here. So bearish divergence is off the table. As far as RSI is concerned, exponential crossing the 50 threshold as well. So if we do close this candlestick above the 21 exponential, I would say, in my opinion, we have a perceived edge for a potential long position. Potential targets, again, this would be my first target here. Oh, I put that a little too high. I would look for, 2.5 cents to be the first potential target. Again, if we do get the condition of this resistance breaking, I would look for continuation to that region here. However, if we see this swiftly crash back below the 21 exponential, I'll look for this region as a potential test target here. Boom, at about 1 3/4 cents. Give or take. But overall, if we cross back below the 21 exponential in the next few days, I would just look at this as consolidation continuation. I would look for the greater range to play out until proven otherwise. And I think that's going to do it for tonight's stream, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the stream. I do appreciate it. If you guys like the videos, if you are new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. And until next time, you guys, stay safe, stay happy,